Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Smart Grasp, Explore, and Win. Greetings for the day. Let's get started with today's topic. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the Chapter 8 Trigonometry Exercise 8.4. In that first sum is sin A, secant A, and tan A in terms of cot A. So we are asked to write these trigonometric functions in terms of a cot A. To start with, we will start with the formula which we already knew. Cosec square A equal to 1 plus cot square A. I am just reciprocating the equation. Therefore, it becomes 1 by cosec square A equal to 1 by 1 plus cot square A. 1 by cosec square A is sin square A. So I'm just writing sin square A equal to 1 by 1 plus cot square A. In the question, they have asked us to represent sin A in terms of cot A, but we got sin square A. Therefore, I am just moving this square to the RHS, which becomes square root, which implies sin A equal to plus or minus root of 1 by 1 plus cot square A. This plus or minus is because, for example, if we multiply minus 5 into minus 5 also, we will be getting 25. Similarly, 5 into 5 is also 25. Hence, while taking square root for 25, it can be either both positive values or it can be both negative values. Therefore, I have mentioned plus or minus here. But on looking into the denominator, we have two positive values. Hence, adding upon two positive values gives the result as positive values only. Therefore, sin A equal to 1 by root of 1 plus cot square A. Square root of 1 is 1, so the numerator becomes 1. The minus value just fades away because adding two positive numbers gives positive result. So as asked in question, we have represented the sin A in terms of cot A. Now moving on to the second trigonometric function secant A. We knew the formula secant square A equal to 1 plus tan square A. Here we are supposed to expand this tan square A. But in the question they have already asked us to represent the tan A in terms of cot A. So we will solve the tan A first so that we can just substitute that value in this place, in the place of finding secant square A. So for tan A, we already knew that sin A by cos A is tan A. Similarly, cos A by sin A equal to cot A. On comparing these two equations, tan A equal to 1 by cot A. Because when I do a reciprocal to the tan A, it becomes cos A by sin A, which is the cot A. Similarly, for cot A, if I do the reciprocal, I will get sin A by cos A, which is the tan A. Therefore, tan A equal to 1 by cot A. Therefore, I am just using this value in secant A calculation. Therefore, it becomes 1 plus 1 by cot square A. Since it is tan square A, I am just writing cot square A. Now I am just going to take LCM and solve further. So on taking LCM, the LCM would be cot square A. Therefore, cot square A plus 1 divided by cot square A. The left hand side secant square A will remain here as it is. Now, since they have asked us to find only the value of secant A in terms of cot A, I am just bringing this square to the RHS. Therefore, secant A equal to square root of cot square A plus 1 divided by cot A. The square in the denominator and the square root gets cancelled, hence it becomes cot A. As asked, we have represented the sin A, secant A and tan A in terms of cot A. Now second sum. In the second sum, they have asked us to represent all the ratios of angle A in terms of secant A. All the ratios meaning sin A, cos A, tan A, cot A, cosec A. It also includes secant A, but since we are just going to represent everything in terms of secant A, I have not included secant A here. So to start with, we knew the formula sin square A equal to 1 minus cos square A. This is again equal to 1 minus, this cos square A can be written as 1 by secant square A. On taking LCM, secant square A minus 1 the whole divided by secant square A. Now sin square A value we have calculated it. Therefore, sin A can be written as square root of secant square A minus 1 by secant square A. The square, when it is transposed to right hand side, it becomes square root. Now this is equal to square root of secant square A minus 1. This square and square root gets cancelled, therefore divided by secant A. So we have represented sin A in terms of secant A. Now next, cos A. Cos A equal to 1 by secant A. So that's it. We have represented cos A as well. Now moving on to next trigonometric function. We knew the formula tan square A equal to secant square A minus 1. Therefore, on moving the square to the right hand side, tan A is equal to square root of secant square A minus 1. Hence, tan A is also represented in terms of secant A. Now cot A. Cot A equal to cos A by sin A. This is again equal to cos A divided by, we have already calculated the value of sin A. So I am just substituting the same here. So on solving this by reciprocating it, cos A into secant A by square root of secant square A minus 1. Now this is equal to 1 by secant A, because cos A can be written as 1 by secant A into the other term. I am just writing it as it is. Now I can cancel secant A and secant A. Hence on multiplying, we will get 1 by square root of secant square A minus 1. Hence we have represented the cot A also in terms of secant A. Now moving on to the last remaining ratio, cosec A. Cosec A equal to 1 by sin A. This is equal to 1 by, we already knew the value of sin A, so I am just substituting the value of sin A here. On reciprocating and solving, 1 into secant A by square root of secant square A minus 1. Hence this is equal to 1 into secant A is secant A divided by square root of secant square A minus 1. Hence we have represented cosec A in terms of secant A. Now third sum. In the first subdivision, they have given some trigonometric functions and some angles. I am just going to rearrange this trigonometric function into 90 minus theta format. So they have given sine square 63 degree. I am just writing it as sine 90 minus 27, because 90 minus 27 is 63. Since square is there, I am just noting a square here. Plus sine square 27 degree, I am just keeping it as it is, divided by. The same way I am going to write this cos square theta to cos square 90 minus theta format. Hence it becomes cos square 90 minus 73. 90 minus 73 is 17. And the second term I am just keeping it as it is. We already knew that sin square 90 minus theta is cos square theta. Therefore sin square 90 minus 27 becomes cos square 27 plus, I am just retaining the second term as it is, divided by cos square 90 minus theta is sin square theta. So sin square 73 plus, I am just keeping the second term as it is. Now this is equal to 1, because cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, divided by, as we have the sin square theta plus cos square theta in the denominator as well. 1 by 1 is 1. So I am just noting down the identity here which I have used, cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Now moving on to second subdivision, sin 25 cos 25 plus cos 25 sin 25. I am just keeping the first term as it is. The second term cos 65, I am just reformatting it to cos 90 minus theta. So it becomes cos 90 minus 25, because 90 minus 25 is 65, plus cos 25. The second term sin 25, I am just reformatting it to sin 90 minus 25. I am just reformatting only the second terms just to be in line with the first term. So it becomes sin 25 Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So sin 25 plus cos 25. Again sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. Cos 25. Now we have two sin thetas here. So it becomes sin square 25 plus the same way for cos square 25. As we already knew that sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. The answer is 1. Now let's discuss about the fourth sum. So the first subdivision is 9 secant square a minus 9 tan square a. I'm just taking the 9 common outside. So we will have secant square a minus tan square a inside. Now secant square a minus tan square a is 1. So I'm just substituting the value. Therefore 9 into 1 which is equal to 9. And so the option B is correct. Now second subdivision, 1 plus tan theta plus secant theta into 1 plus cot theta minus cosec theta. We will just reformat this and proceed further. So 1 plus tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta plus secant theta. The second bracket, 1 plus cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta minus cosec theta. Cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. Similarly here, instead of secant theta, we can write it like 1 by cos theta. Now let's take LCM and solve further. So the LCM is cos theta. Therefore the first fraction should be multiplied by cos theta, because if there are no denominators, 1 is the denominator. So 1 here, plus sin theta plus 1, because we already have the cos theta in the denominator, divided by cos theta into, in the second fraction, the LCM is sin theta. So the first fraction should be multiplied by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 divided by the LCM is sin theta. So I'm just writing sin theta here. Now I'm just going to take these two terms as A and this one as B. Similarly, these two terms as A, this is B. So it is in the form of A plus B into A minus B, which is equal to A square minus B square. So I'm just going to expand the numerator or multiply the numerator in using this identity. Therefore it becomes cos theta plus sin theta square, which is A square, minus 1 square. 1 square is the B square, divided by cos theta into sin theta is sin theta cos theta, just a multiplication. Again in the numerator, this represents A plus B the whole square, which is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So I am just expanding the numerator term using this identity, which is cos square theta plus B square plus 2 into A into B minus 1 square is 1, divided by sin theta cos theta. Now on solving this, we knew that cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So I am just substituting 1 plus 2 cos theta sin theta minus 1 divided by sin theta cos theta. This plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, and we will have 2 sin theta cos theta. Just rearranging these terms and writing divided by sin theta cos theta. So you can cancel sin theta cos theta, therefore the final answer will be 2. How the plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled here, the same way sin theta cos theta is cancelled, and the answer is 2, which is option C is correct. Now moving on to fourth sum, third subdivision, which is secant A plus tan A into 1 minus sin A. Now I am just going to substitute the values and solve these. So secant A can be written as 1 by cos A plus tan A. Tan A can be written as sin A by cos A. And the second term I am just keeping it as it is because it will be required to solve further. Now on taking LCM, same denominator, therefore 1 plus sin A by cos A into 1 minus sin A, I am just bringing it down. so that I can solve it later. Now I'm just going to multiply the numerators. The numerator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, which is equal to a square minus b square. Hence, on expanding the numerator using the identity, 1 square minus sine square a divided by cos a. Now 1 square is 1 minus sine square a, I'm just keeping it as it is, divided by cos a. We already knew that 1 minus sine square a is cos square a. So cos square a by cos a. In the numerator we have cos square a, meaning we have 2 cos a in the numerator and we have 1 cos a in the denominator. Therefore we can cancel it. Therefore the final answer will be cos a, which is option D. Now fourth subdivision. It is given that 1 plus tan square a by 1 plus cot square a. We are going to solve this to find out the correct option. Tan square a, this can be reformatted to sin square a by cos square a. Therefore I have written 1 plus sin square a by cos square a divided by 1 plus cot square a can be written as cos square a by sin square a. Now I'm just taking the LCM for numerator and solving further. So it becomes cos square a plus sin square a divided by cos square a. Because the first term is 1, therefore on taking LCM I'll be multiplying by cos square a. Divided by, same way for the denominator, sin square a plus cos square a, the whole divided by sin square a. Since there is a division sign here, I'm just going to reciprocate it and solve further. We knew that cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. So I'm just writing 1 by cos square a. This division turns to multiplication. After reciprocal, this sin square a comes in the numerator. Divided by sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So I'm just writing 1 here. On multiplying it, I'll get sin square a by cos square a, which is tan square a. Therefore option D. Now we are going to solve the fifth sum for subdivision. Cos theta minus cot theta the whole square equal to 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. All the subdivisions of fifth sum is like a proof sum. We have to prove LHS and RHS. So we will take the LHS and we will prove it that it is equal to the RHS. So taking the LHS, cosec theta minus cot theta the whole square. This is equal to, I can write the cosec theta as 1 by sin theta minus cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta the whole square. Now the LCM need not be taken because it is same denominator. Therefore I'm just joining and writing. Therefore I'm just subtracting it directly. Joining writing la varadu. Therefore I'm just subtracting it directly. 1 minus cos theta divided by, since both the denominator are same, I'm just writing sin theta as it is, the whole square equal to, now I'm just splitting the numerator and denominator and their squares. Therefore it becomes 1 minus cos theta the whole square divided by sin square theta. Now this sin square theta can be reformatted. So I'm just keeping the numerator as it is and reformatting this sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. Now the denominator is in the form of a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Here the a square is 1 square minus b square is cos square theta. So on expanding the denominator using this identity, the numerator will be as it is and the denominator will be 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now in the numerator we have two terms, but in the denominator we have one term of 1 minus cos theta. So I can just cancel the one term among the numerator and denominator. So it becomes 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. Hence it is proved. To be more clear with this cancellation, it is like we have a into a in the numerator and a in the denominator, so we are cancelling one term. Therefore the final a will come, that is a square is a into a. So there are two a's in that term, so I am just cancelling one term. Therefore the other term remains in the numerator, which I have written it here. Hence proved. Now we are going to discuss about the second subdivision. Cos a by 1 plus sin a plus 1 plus sin a by cos a equal to 2 secant a. They have given LHS and RHS. We are supposed to prove LHS equal to RHS. So as usual we will take the LHS and solve to get the RHS. Since we have two fractions here, I am just going to take LCM and solve. 1 plus sin a is the denominator here and cos a is the denominator for this fraction. Therefore on taking LCM, I have to multiply cos a for the first fraction. So cos a into cos a becomes cos square a plus 1 plus sin a into 1 plus sin a becomes 1 plus sin a square, divided by just product of the two denominators, 1 plus sin a into cos a. See, on taking the LCM, it is just the product of two denominators. So in the first fraction, we don't have cos a, so we are supposed to multiply cos a to the both numerator and denominator. Hence it becomes cos square a in the numerator. Similarly, in the second fraction, we don't have 1 plus sin a. So we are supposed to multiply 1 plus sin a for the both numerator and denominator. Hence the numerator becomes 1 plus sin a the whole square. In the denominator, we will just write the product of these terms. Now in the numerator, this term is in the form of a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I am just going to expand the numerator using this identity. Now we will have cos square a plus a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square, which is sin square a, divided by 1 plus sin a into cos a. I am just keeping the denominator as it is. Now we already knew that cos square a plus sin square a is 1. So I am just writing 1 here, plus 1 square is 1, plus 2 into 1 is 2. So sin a, so 2 sin a, divided by, I am just keeping the denominator as it is. Now 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 sin a. So the denominator remains the same. Now in the numerator we have 2 common, so I am just taking the 2 outside. Hence we will have 2 into 1 plus sin a divided by the same denominator. Now we can cancel this 1 plus sin a from the numerator as well as the denominator. We are just cancelling the complete term, the 1 plus sin a. The complete term is being cancelled from the numerator as well as from the denominator. Then we will be having 2 by cos a. This can be written as 2 into 1 by cos a. We already knew that 1 by cos a is secant a. Therefore, this is equal to 2 secant a, which is RHS, hence proved. Now we are going to discuss about the third subdivision. They have given the LHS and RHS and asking us to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. So as usual we will take LHS, we will solve it and we will prove it that it is equal to RHS. So I am taking the LHS. This tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta divided by 1 minus cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta plus this cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta divided by 1 minus tan theta. 1 minus tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta. Now taking the LCM and solving further. So the numerator remains as it is. The denominator, we are taking the LCM. Here the first fraction has the denominator 1. Therefore the LCM is sin theta. Hence it becomes sin theta minus cos theta divided by sin theta. For the second term, the numerator remains the same. And in the denominator, we are taking the LCM similarly. So it becomes cos theta minus sin theta, as we are multiplying with cos theta to the first fraction, divided by cos theta. Now I am just going to do a reciprocation and solve further. Sin theta by cos theta into sin theta by sin theta minus cos theta. Since it is divided by, I am just doing a reciprocation. Similarly for the second term. So this will be the first term, this will be the second term, into cos theta divided by this cos theta minus sin theta. I am just rearranging and writing minus sin theta plus cos theta. Since this division is changing into multiplication, we are reciprocating the second term. Why I have changed is just to match and in line with the first term denominator. So on solving further, we will multiply the numerator. Sin theta into sin theta is sin square theta divided by cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta, plus cos theta into cos theta is cos square theta divided by this minus, I am just bringing it out. So it becomes minus sin theta into sin theta minus cos theta. So minus into plus is minus sin theta, minus into minus is plus cos theta. For that I am just taking the minus outside. Now I am going to solve this. Sin theta minus cos theta is common in both the terms. I am just taking it out. 1 by sin theta minus cos theta is taken outside. Therefore inside the bracket we will have sin square theta by cos theta plus cos square theta by minus sin theta by sin theta. So this minus will be here. Now we will plan to bring this minus to the fraction, to the numerator of that fraction. So it becomes 1 by sin theta minus cos theta into sin square theta minus cos square theta by cos theta here and by cos and by sin theta for this term. Now I am going to take the LCM and solve further. The LCM is cos theta sin theta. Therefore the first fraction will be multiplied by sin theta. Hence sin square theta into sin theta gives us sin cube theta. Divided by cos theta minus cos square theta into cos theta is cos cube theta. The divided by is common by sin theta. We are taking the LCM for these two fractions. We will have sin theta cos theta. So in the first fraction we don't have sin theta in the denominator. Hence we are multiplying the fraction by sin theta. Therefore sin square theta becomes sin cube theta. Similarly in the second term there is no cos theta in the denominator. So we are multiplying the fraction by cos theta. So cos square theta into cos theta gives us cos cube theta. Now the numerator is in the form of a cube minus b cube equal to a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. So this is a cube, this is b cube. Now I am just going to expand the numerator using this identity. Therefore this is equal to 1 by sin theta minus cos theta. I am just keeping the term outside the bracket as it is, into a minus b, which is sin theta minus cos theta, into a square, which is sin square theta, plus b square is cos square theta, plus sin theta cos theta, that is ab, divided by the denominator remains as it is, whatever it is in the previous step. Now this will be the one complete term and this will be the first term. Now we have sin theta minus cos theta in the denominator here and in the numerator here. So the complete term gets cancelled. This can be done because that is in the denominator and this is in the numerator and both are in the product. Therefore, I am just cancelling both the terms. And sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 1 plus sin theta cos theta divided by, I am just rearranging and writing sin theta cos theta, since 3 into 4 is same as 4 into 3. Now I am just splitting the fraction and writing. So this is equal to 1 by sin theta cos theta plus sin theta cos theta divided by sin theta cos theta. And now I am just splitting the first term further. 1 by sin theta into 1 by cos theta plus 1, because the numerator and denominator gets cancelled. And now 1 by cos theta is secant theta, 1 by sin theta is cosec theta plus 1, which is RHS. Hence proved. Now, and I'm just moving the camera a little bit right hand side just to show the completion of that theta and the bracket in the first step of the second column. Now we are going to discuss about the fourth subdivision, which is 1 plus secant a by secant a equal to sin square a by 1 minus cos a. We have to take the LHS and prove that it is equal to RHS. So I am just taking the LHS here. So 1 plus this secant a can be written as 1 by cos a. So I am just writing as 1 by cos a divided by, again the secant a is reformatted to 1 by cos a. Now I am just taking the LCM for the numerator. The first fraction has the denominator as 1. So the LCM will be cos a. Hence I am multiplying the first fraction with cos a to the numerator and denominator. Therefore the numerator becomes cos a plus 1. Since this fraction already has cos a in the denominator, I am not going to multiply with anything. Divided by cos a. Now divided by the second term, 1 by cos a. Now we are going to keep the first term as it is and reciprocate the second term for further solving. Hence it becomes into cos a by 1. Just reciprocating it so that the division changes to multiplication. Cancelling cos a and cos a, we will have cos a plus 1. I am just rearranging this term as 1 plus cos a. Now we are going to multiply this term with the conjugate term in the numerator and denominator. So the conjugate term of 1 plus cos a is 1 minus cos a, because the sign of second term is plus, hence the sign of second term of the conjugate will have minus. Now the numerator is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. This can be solved as a square minus b square. Hence expanding the numerator using that identity, 1 square minus cos square a divided by 1 minus cos a. We already knew that 1 square minus cos square a is equal to sin square a divided by 1 minus cos a, which is RHS, hence proved. Now fifth subdivision, they have given us the LHS and RHS. We have to take the LHS and solve to prove that both are equal. So let's start with LHS. I'm just gonna divide all the terms of LHS by sin a. All the terms, both numerator and denominator. So this becomes cos a by sin a minus sin a by sin a plus 1 by sin a, the whole divided by the same with the denominator each and every term I'm just dividing it with sin A. Now let's substitute the value. Cos A by sin A is cot A, minus sin A gets cancelled and we will have 1, plus 1 by sin A is cosec A. So cosec A divided by the same with the denominator as well, just the sign is different. Now I am just going to rearrange and write the terms according to the terms given in RHS. So cosec A plus cot A minus 1 divided by cot A minus cosec A plus 1. I have just rearranged and wrote these. We already knew that cosec square A equal to 1 plus cot square A. When this cot square A comes to the left hand side, it becomes cosec square A minus cot square A, which is equal to 1. So instead of the 1 in the numerator, I am going to substitute this value. Hence the numerator becomes cosec A plus cot A minus cosec square A minus cot square A. Just instead of this one, I have substituted this value, divided by the denominator remains the same. Now the term in the numerator is in the form of a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Hence on expanding the numerator using this identity, cosec A plus cot A remains same minus a plus b cosec A plus cot A into a minus b cosec A minus cot A, divided by the denominator remains the same. Now we have two different brackets in the numerator, that is two different expressions. We can take cosec A plus cot A common out of these two, as we have in both the expressions. So I am just taking cosec A plus cot A outside. Hence we will have 1 minus the other term in the second bracket, which is cosec A plus cot A. It should be minus. Since we have minus here, I have directly wrote it plus, but still to avoid confusion, let me write it as minus itself. So now in the first term I have taken this cosec A plus cot A outside, hence I have written 1 here. So this minus is this minus, and in the second term I have wrote the second fraction, because first fraction is already taken outside as a common, divided by the denominator remains the same. Now on expanding the numerator, cosec A plus cot A into 1, I am just taking this minus inside, minus cosec A plus cot A, divided by the denominator remains the same. Now these two terms are the same, hence I can just cancel it. Therefore we will have just the RHS. Hence proved. Now sixth subdivision. They have given the LHS and RHS. We have to take the LHS and prove that it is equal to RHS. As a first step, I am just going to take a conjugate and multiply the numerator and denominator to the LHS. So I will have in LHS square root of 1 plus sin A by 1 minus sin A into the conjugate term. The conjugate term is 1 plus sin A. Why it is? Because in the denominator the second term is minus, therefore the conjugate term will have the second term as plus sign. Now we will have square root of 1 plus sin A the whole square, because there are two 1 plus sin A terms, divided by a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. A is 1, b is sin A. The denominator is expanded in the form of a minus b into a plus b equal to a square minus b square. The numerator remains the same. In the denominator, 1 square is 1, 1 minus sine square a is cos square a. So I'm just writing cos square a in the denominator. Now I'm just going to split the square root to the numerator and denominator. Therefore this is equal to square root of 1 plus sine a the whole square divided by square root of cos square a. Now the square and square root in the numerator and the denominator gets cancelled. Therefore we will have 1 plus sine a by cos a. Since there are two terms in the numerator with a common denominator, I am just splitting it and writing. We will have 1 by cos a and sin a by cos a. 1 by cos a is secant a. In between plus will be there because you have the plus here. 1 by cos a is secant a plus sin a by cos a is tan a, which is the RHS, hence proved. Next we are going to solve 7th subdivision. They have given LHS and RHS. We will take the LHS as usual and prove that it is equal to RHS. So on taking LHS, I am just going to take the sin theta common in the numerator outside. So LHS equal to sin theta into 1 minus, in the second term already sin theta is outside, so we will have 2 sin square theta inside, because sin theta into 2 sin square theta we will get 2 sin cube theta. Similarly in the denominator I am just taking cos theta outside, so we will have 2 cos square theta minus 1 inside. As we already knew that sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, in the place of 1 I am just going to substitute these terms. Therefore the numerator becomes sin theta into sin square theta plus cos square theta and minus 2 sin square theta, which is already there. Just instead of 1 I have substituted this sin square theta plus cos square theta. Same way in the denominator I am just going to substitute sin square theta plus cos square theta instead of 1. And now on solving these, sin theta into sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta is minus sin square theta, so I am just writing cos square theta the second term now and writing minus sin square theta divided by cos theta remains same into 2 cos square theta, just bringing this minus inside. Therefore minus sin square theta minus into plus minus minus cos square theta. Now in the next step the numerator remains same. Divided by, in the denominator cos theta remains same and 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta. I am just writing it as it is. So this term in the numerator and denominator remains same, so it gets cancelled and we are left out with sin theta by cos theta, which is tan theta, which is the RHS, hence proved. Now 8th subdivision, they have given LHS and RHS. We are supposed to prove that both are equal. So as usual we will take the LHS and solve. The LHS is in the form of a plus b the whole square. The expansion of the identity is a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I am going to expand the LHS using this identity. Therefore LHS equal to sin square a plus cosec square a plus 2 sin a cosec a. Plus the second term using the same identity, cos square a plus secant square A plus 2 cos A secant A. Now we are going to combine the terms. I am just combining sin square A and cos square A in the first bracket. And in the second bracket, let us combine the cosec square A and secant square A. So next, in these terms, this 2 sin A, I am just keeping it as it is. Therefore, plus 2 sin A. This cosec A can be written as 1 by sin A. Plus, same way, 2 cos A, I am just keeping it as it is. This secant A, I am just writing it as 1 by cos A. Now, on solving this further, we already knew that sin square A plus cos square A is 1. So 1 plus this cosec square A, this can be written as 1 plus cot square A. And secant square A can be written as 1 plus tan square A. And in the other terms, sin A gets cancelled. Similarly, in the last term, cos A gets cancelled. So we will have 2 ones are 2 plus again 2 ones are 2. Next, we will have 1 plus cot square A plus 1 plus tan square A plus 4, because 2 plus 2 is 4. Now 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 7 plus, so 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. The remaining 2 terms I am just writing as it is, which is the RHS, hence proved. Now, fifth sum, 9 subdivision, they have given LHS and RHS. We have to take the LHS and prove whether it is equal to the RHS. So, I am just taking the LHS. LHS equal to cosec A can be written as 1 by sin A minus this sin A, I am just keeping it as it is. Secant A can be written as 1 by cos A minus this cos A, I am just keeping it as it is. Now, here we have the denominator 1, here also 1. Now, I am going to take LCM and solve. Therefore, now it becomes 1 minus sin square A by sin A into multiplying the second term with cos A. Therefore, it becomes 1 minus cos square A by cos A. Now, just solving this, 1 minus sin square A is cos square A into 1 minus cos square A is sin A. So, the denominator I am just multiplying it. It is sin A into cos A. Now, the numerator and denominator can be cancelled because there are 2 terms in the numerator, that is sin square A has 2 sin A. So, I am just cancelling 1 sin A and 1 sin A from the numerator and denominator. Similarly for cos A as well. Hence, we will have the remaining term as cos A sin A. Since there are 2 terms in the numerator, we are just cancelling 1 term with the denominator. Now we are going to take the RHS as well and to check whether it also gives us the same value. RHS equal to 1 by tan A. Tan A can be written as sin A by cos A plus cot A can be written as cos A by sin A. This is equal to, on solving the denominator by taking LCM, 1 by, I have to just multiply with sin A the first term. So it becomes sin square A plus the second term should be multiplied with cos A. So it becomes cos square A divided by cos A sin A. Now on solving this, we will have 1 by sin square A plus cos square A is 1. So 1 by 1 divided by the cos A sin A. It is 1 divided by 1 by cos A sin A. So on reciprocation, it becomes 1 into cos A sin A divided by 1. Now 1 into any term will give you the same term. So we will have cos A sin A, which is the LHS as well. Therefore, LHS equal to RHS, hence proved. Now let's discuss about the 10th subdivision. In 10th subdivision they have given like A is equal to B and B is equal to C. So we are going to prove that A is equal to C and B is also equal to C, so that all the three terms are equal. So as usual, we will start with the first term. So I have just written the first term. We will reformat and write the first term. 1 plus tan square A can be written as sin square A by cos square A, divided by 1 plus cot square A can be written as cos square A by sin square A. Now on taking LCM we can solve further. The LCM for the numerator would be cos square A, since we have only 1 in the first fraction. Therefore the first fraction should be multiplied with cos square A, equal to cos square A plus sin square A by cos square A. They divided by, same way for the denominator as well, sin square A plus cos square A by sin square A. Why we are multiplying with sin square A only the first term is that in the second fraction we already have the sin square A in the denominator, and we already knew that cos square A plus sin square A is 1. Therefore I am just substituting the value 1 by cos square A divided by 1 by sin square A. Now we are going to reciprocate it and solve further. Therefore it becomes 1 by cos square A into sin square A by 1, which is sin square A by cos square A. That is equal to tan square A. Hence we have taken the first term and proved that it is equal to the third term. Now taking the second term, 1 minus tan A by 1 minus cot A the whole square. So we will start solving this as well. I am just separating the squares of the numerator and denominator, so that 1 minus tan A the whole square by 1 minus cot A the whole square. The square part is separated to the numerator and denominator as well. This is in the form of A minus B the whole square, which is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB. So we are going to expand both the numerator and denominator using this identity. Thus it becomes 1 square plus tan square A minus 2 tan A divided by 1 square plus cot square plus cot square A minus 2 cot A. Now solving this further. 1 square is 1. So 1 plus tan square A is secant square A. So I am just writing secant square A minus the second term as it is 2 tan A divided by 1 square is 1. 1 plus cot square A is cosec square A. So I am just writing cosec square A minus the second term, I am just writing it as it is. Now we will substitute the formulas here. Secant square A can be written as 1 by cos square A minus 2 into tan A can be written as sin A by cos A the whole divided by cosec square A can be written as 1 by sin square A minus 2 into cot A can be written as cos A by sin A. On solving this further by taking the LCM in the numerator would be cos square A, because the denominator has cos square A and cos A. So the second fraction has to be multiplied with the cos A. Therefore it becomes 1 minus 2 sin A cos A divided by cos square A. Why we are writing the LCM as cos square A is, here we have cos square A and in this term we have cos A. We already knew how to take the LCM. So the LCM is cos square A, the whole divided by, same way for the denominator, 1 minus 2 cos A sin A. I am just rearranging and writing now itself, sin A cos A by sin square A, because the second term has to be multiplied with sin A. Now we will solve this by reciprocating it. 1 minus 2 sin A cos A divided by cos square A into sin square A by 1 minus 2 sin A cos A. We have just reciprocated the denominator to change the sign from division to multiplication. Now the numerator and the denominator gets cancelled because it is the same term. So on further multiplication we will have sin square A by cos square A, which is tan square A. That is the RHS. Hence we have taken the second term and proved it. Hence proved. With this we are completing this exercise. Thank you all for watching SMART. Grasp, explore and win. Stay tuned for more videos.